What is up, guys and girls? Welcome to another episode of the Nonstop Review. I'm your host, as always, Devon, and joining me, equally as always, is Rick.
Hello, everyone.
Now, you who have been watching this podcast for, over 60 episodes now probably know the drill. We don't mince words here, we like to dive straight in, so I'm going to throw it over to Rick.
Yep, Steven Universe, Season 4, Episode 23, The Good Lars. 3, 2, 1, and go.
I wonder what character is going to be featured heavily in this episode.
Could it be Mr. Smiley? Or Mr. Frowny?
You said Mr. Frowny never shows up again.
No, he doesn't.
Mind you saying that, the last time we had a Lars episode, it wasn't even a Lars episode, it was a Steven episode in disguise.
Yeah, it was a Steven episode while he was piloting Lars, wasn't it?
A horrible way of phrasing it, but yes.
And the only reason that Lars didn't take part in it was because he was sleeping in Steven's body.
Yeah. So is that literally just a... Oh, it's pumpkin bread. Okay. I was going to ask, is it literally just a pumpkin with some whipped cream on, but... Lars is a grumpy goose, but it is true.
Yeah, because he's been baking.
Now, Lars is the fucking epitome of toxic masculinity of I'm not allowed to feel good or show happiness because that's what society demands of men.
Mm-hmm. Man, he looks so much like a 90s cartoon character when he smiles like that.
Yeah. Weird thing for teenagers to do, but I respect it.
Yeah.
Oh, we all know that kid.
Always trying far too hard to be cool.
Everybody,
in such a way that it never works.
Everybody has a period in their life until they realise that the easiest way to go through life is to stop giving a shit.
Yes.
The cool kids like Steven because Steven doesn't pretend. Steven is just that joyful.
Again, it's one of those conversation moments.
Also, behind the scenes, I'm fighting gas a little bit. I'm trying not to burp while people are talking.
Yeah, baked Alaska is a really difficult dessert to make.
Baked Alaska's that weird sort of ice cream with sort of cookie in, but not quite, right?
No, it's ice cream on the inside and cooked meringue on the outside.
That does sound difficult.
Yeah, you got to not melt the ice cream.
I knew it had ice cream in it, but I didn't realise it was quite that annoying.
Yes, and it's freshly baked as well, so it's freshly hot.
Yeah, which means it's not a good thing to take to fucking a potluck, then, no?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's going to try and make ube roll, and they made this on Binging with Babish.
Okay. Ube roll sounds Japanese as fuck.
I don't know where it's from, but it is actually this purple.
Well, they said to use yams, right?
Yeah, it's a type of yam.
And yeah, I was gonna say yams are fucking weird colours at the best time.
Yeah.
The ube roll is a Filipino rolled up sponge cake filled with creamy purple yam jam. So it's Filipino.
Okay.
Which, considering his surname's like Barriga, that kind of tracks, right?
Yeah, sure.
So it's just a Swiss roll, but different ingredients.
Yeah, it's got some tatty in it.
Continuality, gentlemen.
Mm.
Yeah. That confidence, though.
Yeah. No, it's because he's a teenager and he can't realise that, like, having a passion that you're really good at is actually super cool.
Yeah, and... Yeah, that... Also, come on, Fiverr says that the other people aren't even making their own shit, they're buying it from the shop.
Yeah.
I didn't realise they straight up called it out in the show!
Yeah. When did you get so mature? Yeah, somewhere between beginning of season 2 and...
Yeah, but not the episode where it actually happens, because that's not canon.
Yeah.
I suppose they get a pass with the pizza because she is the pizza restaurant girl.
Yeah. Yeah, and Buck Dewey just brought a pineapple.
See? They all like him. You're worrying for nothing, you dickhead. Did Sadie just bring a tub of ice cream? Because, hey, guess what? That's an MVP move.
Yeah, it is. Especially when she knows that cake is happening. What's better than ice cream? What's better than cake? Ice cream cake.
Yeah. Yeah. Because this is awkward, because these are all Lars's friends, and Lars hasn't turned up.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so this is Onion's house.
Yeah, and Vidalia's house.
Oh.
Oh, plates. Okay. He just throws out glow sticks like confetti.
He is the DJ dude, so...
Yeah.
So I'm curious, did Lars bottle it, or did something else happen?
I think the episode is there to imply that he's bottled it, but he's actually been abducted.
Well, spoiling it 2 seconds before it potentially happens. Who would have abducted him? Oh, the dudes from the fucking fair the other day. This is like what? The one of 3 times we see Lars's parents.
Yeah. And Mr. Smiley not smiling.
That doesn't actually make you louder, Stephen. If anything,
No.
if anything, that's going to be the opposite of helping.
Yeah, because he's further away.
I was going to say, I've got a thought. Why not pester Garnet? Can't she see the future?
Usually. Well, it's a really inconsistent power.
Well, it's like, what is it? Garnet can see potential futures, whereas when she's Sapphire, she can straight up see the future.
Yeah. But I think the Garnet one is she sees other potential futures that might happen if something else happens, whereas Sapphire can only see the current timeline.
That's not a good sign that the cake's in the bin. Here's our potluck party. We have pizza and a pineapple. Oh, right, Sadie can sing.
Yes, you can.
Not a lyricist, but she can sing.
Yeah, she grows up into being a lyricist when she's got time to write.
Mm-hmm. That's a weird fucking instrument, the fucking voice tube into the keyboard.
Yeah, so, like, you can do things with it, and yes, it is weird. It's like one of the most 80s sounding instruments in the world.
Yeah, Joe Perry used to do the same thing with his guitar amp for Aerosmith.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why you get these weird not words in the in Sweet Emotion and stuff. He also used it for the Spider-Man theme song, and that's why Spider-Man sounds fucking weird. Like, Spider-Man, yeah. Spider-Man. Radioactive spider blood.
Spider-Man.
Okay.
Oh, that's the second time this has happened. I wonder why.
Yep. I just realised one of the people who works on this show is called Nick DeMaio, so that's probably where that surname came from.
Maybe so.
Ah.
Nick Universe.
But yeah, that's the end of episode 23. What did you think?
It was reasonable. It was. It's another one of those towny episodes that I don't hate.
Yeah, because it's not really a towny episode, because it's clearly setting up whatever's going to happen in next episode, which has a serious as fuck title.
Yes, Are You My Dad?
But yeah, you did do a little bit of a dick move there, Rick, at about fucking 2 minutes to end. You went, I'm pretty sure he's been abducted. And I'm like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think it's weird how the roll made its way into the bin, but that does seem like a kind of thing that Lars would do just before getting abducted.
I don't know, maybe he had I think the implication is if he did get abducted, as you say, which I'm going to assume he did because you haven't deviated from that, he probably had it in his hands and the plate and he was being very careful, and then when he got abducted, the person who abducted him just went, fuck this.
Yep, just binned it. But yeah, how about you? What do you think?
It was fine. It was nice to see Lars passionate about something for a change because he's usually such a miserable fuck.
Yep.
But apart from that, it was fine. Like, it's clearly, again, this episode and the last episodes were all about the ending shot, which I don't think you needed to, but I'm pretty sure this is the last time they're doing it and shit ramps up next episode, so fine, I can live and let live. So yeah, what about a favourite moment from you, Rick?
My favourite moment was probably when Lars was describing the first cake, the pumpkin cake. And he's telling you how hard it was to make, but like downplaying it. Yeah, I had to make like 7 equally sized crescent-shaped cakes, and then anyone could do it. It's a real fun way to downplay your own expertise by making it sound incredibly simple.
Yeah.
But yeah, how about you? What was your favourite moment?
Yeah, similar vein to yours is when he was almost finished making the roll cake thing, and he just said, Stephen was like, what's wrong? Do you think that, and something about, will the cake not be good? And Lars just goes, oh no, the cake will be fine, I'm worried about me.
Yep. This cake is going to slay.
Absolutely, man. Having that confidence in anything, granted it's his passion, not just a hobby, a passion. I think there is a difference between the two, but still, it's good to see it.
I think the ube roll in particular was like a recipe from his grandma, and that's why he respects the recipe so much.
Potentially. Again, it's one of those things where I'm watching these episodes for the first time, Rick's seen them before, but we are talking during it. I don't absorb all the information at once. It's just the price of doing business.
Yeah.
But yes, let's get our brand new addition to the board. Rick, who is your MVP?
As much as I'd like to give it to Lars, I think Sadie actually did more bridging the two worlds, like between Team Steven and, the viewer and Lars's friend group. Like, I think she did more for that, and also encouraging Lars in a way that he's going to accept, because as Lars says, Steven likes everything.
Yeah.
The only way you're going to get any honesty is by asking it from someone who's not Steven. Because yes, even though Steven is honest about liking everything, it's because he does like everything.
Yeah, I can't think of a single time so far where he's been negative on anything. Like,
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, he's had depressing spells and been upset, but he's never been like, no, I don't like the bits anymore.
How about you? What was your who's your MVP? MVP.
I'm going to be a bit weird and I'm going to give it to Doug. Doug Dewey. Is that his name?
Yep. No, Doug is Buck Dewey.
Buck Dewey. Sorry. I don't know why I thought it was called Doug.
Yeah, Doug is Connie's dad.
I know why. I was going to say I know why I'm calling him Doug. It's because I'm looking at the episode titles and the one beforehand was Dug Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving it to Buck Dewey because every time he shows up, it's always the same storyline of Lars is all intimidated by him and the rest of his friends, but Buck is just a cool, chill dude.
Yeah, and I think having the sunglasses on makes him look more cool and chill than he might actually be feeling himself.
Absolutely. By extension, I'm giving it to all the free teens, but I remember back in the early days when you were like, I want to give it to the free teens, and I went, no, that's going to be too much work for me. So yeah, I'm going to give it Buck, but in spirit, it's to the free teens, because like, it's one of those weird ones where they're intimidated because Sadie's meeting new people, and Lars is intimidated because he doesn't think he's cool enough, but they're all chill and they're all good people, so, it's all for naught.
Yeah.
But yeah, that brings this episode to a close, and, well, I want to rush to the finish because we've got 2 more episodes of this season, so we'll see you next week, guys.
Bye!